What's up, everybody? Yo, yo, yo. Come on in the house. Come on in the house. What y'all got going on this evening? Boy, I tell you what. I'm gonna let a few people get in here. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That is funny, 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 funny. Funny, funny, funny. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Look, it's almost dark 30. It's almost dark 30 here. Oh, you're working on a Regal. You're working on the Regal. That's what's up. We about to do something. We about to do something whether it's wrong or right. Hurry up, grab a bucket. Oh. Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Coach in the Peach Capital, the state, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't think y'all ready for this. Tulu, be quiet. Tulu, if you on here, you gotta be quiet. Tulu, you can't talk now. You can't let the cat out the bag, Tulu. Can't let the cat out the bag, Tulu. We're going down here in the paint booth. So y'all hang tight, Tulu. Don't let the cat out the bag. Meow. So y'all just hang tight. I'm gonna turn the camera off for just a minute so I can get everything situated, and I'm gonna turn the camera back on. So don't go nowhere. Y'all just hang tight. Well, what the world, Jimmy Crack Corn? Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. It won't let me turn the camera off. All right. Y'all look right here. Ooh. Look at that right there, boys and girls. Why won't it let me turn the camera off? It sure won't. No, I mean, I've done it before. I don't know. I bet the app's got to be updated. I don't even know what the hell that button does. All right. So, hurry up, grab a bucket. So, this is what I got to do. I got to wash this thing. I got to wash it. I got to wash it with a wash rag. I got to wash it with a wash rag. Then, well, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Well, wash it. I can't do that because the daggone passenger window won't roll down. it fell off the track, so I got to fix that. So I can't do that. Well, I tell you what I could do. I could wash the rims. I could do that. So let's have me, do you want me, it's the camera switching. No. So what do y'all want to do? You want me to fire it up first? Let you hear it? Or do you want to see it first? You want to hear it or you want to see it? Which one you want? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. What y'all want to do? Want to hear it first? All right. All right, we can do that. So we can do that. So, all right, do you want me to put the camera at the front of the vehicle or the back of the vehicle? Where do you want it at? So oh, it's a cold start. It's a cold start. I promise you it's a cold start. I can't turn the camera around because you'll see it. I promise you it's a cold start. It got here at 4 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's been sitting here for 4 hours. It's been sitting here for 4 hours. It's been sitting here for 4 hours. All right, I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to set it right here. You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're going to do this. Hold on. We can't do that. We can't do that. All right, we're going to set it right here. We're going to set it right there. Let's see if this works right here. Nope. All right, here we go. Y'all want to see it now? Y'all want to see it? 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 Five, four, three, two, woo! Bam! Woo! Woo! You better stop playing with my emotions. Woo! Get you some of that. Talk dirty to me. Huh? Woo. Woo. Huh? That's how it's done over here, boys and girls. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it's done right there, boys and girls. That's how it's done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. CVF. Now, y'all remember that block that I painted a while back? Y'all remember that Brian Tooley block that I painted a while back, and those LSX 376 valve covers? This is it. This is the engine. This is what we had cooking. This is a Brian Tooley LSX. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This thing right here is the cat's meow. So, this is, all my clients are great. All my clients are great. So, had to wait for a pretty day, and he brought me the vehicle. Didn't want to bring it in no rain, no nothing like that. So, I got the vehicle. The problem we have now is we got a few issues. Not nothing major, but we got a few issues. All right. I got to find me something to set on. We got a few issues, right? So we didn't do a test drive because he got here late. Like I said, he didn't get here till like 4 o'clock, a little bit after 4, and didn't want to. I got a fingerprint or something. You'll hang tight. There we go. That's better. So he got here a little bit after 4. Didn't want to do a test drive. Didn't want to drive it because deer start moving around 5, and Lord knows we didn't want nothing to come out. So I'll drive it later. But this right here has an 8-speed in it. So this has an 8-speed automatic in it now. We've changed a bunch of stuff on it since the last time we done stuff to it. The wheels are 2-piece wheels. They're billet. I took the wheels apart, painted the wheels. Then we changed then we did the carbon fiber. Then we did the headlights. Then we did the hood hinges. Did the suspension. The engine was in it. Took that engine out. Did the Brian Tooley 376 LSX in it. Done that. Changed the gauge cluster out. Changed the interior. There's a lot of stuff. It's about, yeah, it's well, it's a little bit down here. Fly, it's a little bit later. That's probably around Thanksgiving down here, around Thanksgiving. So here's the issue. Well, here's the issue. One, the window come off the track on the passenger side, so I got to fix that. He wants to do wheel tubs, but we're not doing that right this second. So this winter, because he still he still takes it to shows and stuff like that. So this winter, he's going to get the QA1 wheel tub kit, and he's going to get the whole kit, hub to hub. And we're going to wheel tub it, put wider tubs in it. Also, this engine is heavier, which is crazy. This engine is heavier than the engine that was in it. So with that being said, you can see the car. Actually, Nathan, everything looks amazing on that car. Your customer has good taste and good ideas. It's actually super great guy, collaboration. I'm very, very, very humbled that I get. This is my favorite body style. I've had, my mom and dad had one of these growing up. They would never sell it to me. A 7.5 split bumper. My parents would never sell me the car. They told me I'd get killed in it. Even when I was older, they still wouldn't sell it to me. They sold it to somebody else. Really, really hurt my feelings a lot. Really did, like truly. So I ended up getting one. did all the metal work, did out all the metal work, all the body work, and was going to LS swap it. Ended up selling it. And then I got another one, done the exact same thing, quarters, floor pans, tubs. Got it, a roller. It was a good car. Sold that one. Got another one, did the exact same thing, did the metal work, did the body work, got it in primer, ready to paint. Had no engine, no transmission for it because I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Ended up selling that one. So unfortunately, I've had 3 of these things, and they're on my Facebook page. I've had 3 of these things and got rid of them. The next one I get, I will not sell it. I will not get it. And it don't even have to be a true 70, it don't even have to be a true 71 split bumper. As long as it's an F body, I will make it a split bumper. It don't even have to be a true split bumper. I'll just make it, right? So this one right here, so this one right here, it's a little heavy in the front. So you can see the front wheels is pretty tucked in it. We took it to the Peach Festival. He's drove it a little bit, and it's kind of pretty much settled where it's at. So he wants me to raise the car up, and it's got coilovers on it. So we're gonna do all that. Probably start on it tomorrow on this. So we're gonna turn the coilover. We're gonna measure it. So we got it in here on level floor. I'm gonna measure it from the floor to the fender wells, and I'm gonna write it in my book. We're gonna measure all 4 corners. We're gonna measure all 4 corners, and then we're gonna get a reference point. Like I'm gonna go to the nose up here, and I'm gonna measure to the floor. And then I'm gonna go to the back. I'm gonna get multiple measure points, right? And then going to jack it up, put it on jack stands. We're going to do the front first. Going to raise the front up, turn the coilovers, raise the front up. Once we get it where it was at, we're going to set it back down. Then we'll go to the back and do the same thing with the back. It's actually setting a little low in the back. It's squatted in the back, and he definitely don't like that. Even though it's really low in the front, it's lower in the back than it is in the front, and he don't like that. It's got that little squat, and he wants the car level, right? He wants the car level. So what I'll do is we'll get some reference points. Like we'll do the fender to fender, the fender to fender, and then we'll measure the body line. So the body line down the car, we'll measure the body line to the floor, the body line to the floor, and then we'll measure from the rocker to the floor, and then the bottom of the fender to the floor. It's a lot of thinking stuff, and it might be a lot of OCD in it too as well. But that's what I'm gonna do. And then I have to check, he wants me to check his subframe bushings. He thinks that they're wore out. There is a noise. He don't know where it's coming from. So I'm gonna look and make sure there's nothing loose. I'm gonna nut and bolt it. I'm gonna check everything, check all the suspension, check the link bars, check the tubular ladder bars. I'm gonna check everything. I'm gonna check the lug nuts. I'm gonna do a system check, right, on everything, because I do not want nothing to happen to my guy or his car or anything like that, or to an innocent, anybody, bystander. Spit it out, Jay. Ain't nobody gonna take it from me. A bystander, you know what I'm saying? So once we get the coilovers adjusted in the front and the coilovers adjusted in the back, and we got it level, he wants the car level. So from front to back, even if I have to get the laser out of my box and shoot a laser line on it and measure it, we're gonna get it level. And then once all that's done, I gotta fix the passenger side door. I gotta take the door panel off, all that mess, and find out why the window fell off the track. Once I get that fixed, the window track, I get all that done. These new hood hinges, got these new hood hinges put on a couple weeks ago. Y'all seen when we done that. I done that at his house. He said that for me to check them and make sure everything's good on that. Double check that, and we're gonna go from there. This car has a hydro boost on it. If you don't know what hydro boost is, done the hydro boost on it, so it has hydro boost brakes, and the hydro boost brakes runs through the power steering pump. So that's what that is. That's a LSX 390. That's a LSX 376 Brian Tooley engine with a 2600 Magnus Whipple on it. So that's that, and you can see that this window right here is stuck. It fell off the track. Also, I got to do I got to clean it. I told him, I said, man, I cannot believe you got my car this dirty. He's like, I know, bro, I know. There's some little stuff in here he wants to do over the winter in the interior. Want to clean some stuff up here in the interior. Just address some stuff, you know. Just do some housekeeping on it. With all that, got the new Holley, got the Holley new gauges in there, stuff like that. With that being said, he wants me, got the new transmission in it, has an 8-speed in it. So this is an 8-speed, 8-speed automatic. So this is an 8L. He wants me to make him a panel, which is going to be kind of a little tricky, because the way this is made, the neutral safety switch and the lockout is right here, so it's actually higher. So traditionally, you know, I could make an aluminum panel to go around here, and it can't lay flat because this plane is actually higher than this plane. So probably what I do is I get some cardstock, we'll make a template, and then after I make a template, then we'll figure out something to make a console insert and go from there. He wants to do a radio later on. I mean, he wants to do a radio system in it later on. Just a little odd end things. We redone the seats. We put a billet specialty steering wheel on it, carbon fiber kind of looking, barrel kind of look. Did the seats, put some new seats in it, got them in the back. Just little minute things, you know what I mean? You're never done with these things, right? You know what I mean? Never done. I've actually even talked to him, you know, about making some other panels for it. And y'all hear that right there? Look at that right there. Yes, right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to change all the, see, it has the cow tracks, counter lever system in it. You can see the exhaust. See the exhaust. She hanging down pretty low. Got that 3-inch exhaust all the way. And like I said, painted these wheels. These are Manny Ford's wheels. Painted the barrels on them. You can see where it's rubbing. You see where it's nobody rides in the back seat, but you see where it's rubbing on the tire. You see it right there. So he wants me to raise it up a little bit in the back and go from there. And then you can see, y'all hit that subscribe button, boys and girls. I know I'm just doing a walk around on this thing, but we're gonna get busy on this thing tomorrow, so y'all stay tuned. If you can see right here, look, I can't even put one finger in there. I mean, it's tight. It's tight, boys and girls. It's tight. I mean, like, so that's way too close. Way too close. And somebody's probably gonna say, roll the fenders, do this. No, see, we're not doing that on this. We're not messing this thing up. You know what I'm saying? So it has coilovers. It has all the system on the front. I'll show you. Has all QA1. Has all QA1 stuff. Every bit of it. So everything's adjustable. Everything's good. So I'll adjust everything to get it raised up. I told him at least 2 fingers. At least 2 fingers. You know, let's get 2 fingers up. And the reason why I say 2 fingers is because you got to think about the suspension flex. You know what I mean? So since this thing is 4 wheels that it has on it, right? Is well, I want mine lower than that. Well, you got to take into account that when you're riding, your suspension is doing this. So that wheel is going up and down and your body's going up and down, right? Right? You know what I mean? So right now, he says when you drive and you hit a dip in the road or anything, that fender hits that tire. Same thing on the back. Same thing on the back. When he hits a dip, the suspension flex and articulates. That's a big word, like mayonnaise. Articulate. It flexes and it's rubbing the tire. So by doing that, you know, you can cut a tire, you can have a blowout. If you have a blowout in one of these cars right here, you're tearing the quarter all to pieces. You might as well go on. You might as well go on and know that right now. So we don't want that at all. So we're going to fix everything and we're going to adjust everything that we need to adjust. And I was talking about, you know, the sail panel right here, the roof line and the quarters put together right here. And usually these cars flex and break right here when they twist. They twist right here because these are unibody cars. And they flex and they break right here. So if you ever strip a car down to bare bones and you got that lead seam in there, you need to sweat all that lead out and you need to clean it up and you need to weld it solid and you need to fill it in with a piece of filler plate and you need to weld it solid. And then it's a constant piece of metal there, then do the body work on it. And that'll help it from flexing right there. So yeah, they're double adjustable. Yeah, they're double adjusted. Fly. Yeah, they're double adjusted. So yeah, articulate. So that's where we're at on that. I am gonna wash. I might just wash the wheels on this thing. I can't wash the car because I don't want no water to get into it. So that was the whole plan, is to actually show y'all this car, let y'all hear this car, and wash this car and check for anything. He wanted to check. He took it somewhere and he's got a little scratch on the other side. He wants me to try to get out a little bit. And he said probably not this year. Well, he said that once he gets all the bugs worked out, like all the little minor changes that he's doing, like this and this and that and this and that. The last engine he had in here, it detonated. It was on the dyno doing a hell of a pull, and it dropped oil pressure. Brand new engine, dropped oil pressure on the dyno and shit the guts right out the bottom end. Just detonated, just destroyed everything. The supercharger, I mean everything. They said there was nothing salvageable, nothing. It was a damn boat anchor. So then he bought this Brian Tooley LSX 376 turnkey. It came orange, and then I had to paint the block and the valve covers because he didn't want it orange. Put it together, and then they put it back in the car because it was a warranty issue. So since it was a warranty issue, there was a shop that was already set up to do the warranty work, and they just went ahead and done the warranty work, and then they got it done. He's brought it back to me so I can finish doing what I'm doing. Oh yeah, it dropped oil pressure cars in Tulu. It was on the dyno, and when they was watching it on the laptop, and the oil pressure where it was at, and the oil pressure went from where it was supposed to be to where it don't. Within that, he couldn't turn the car off fast enough because it was like in full pull, and when it detonated, boom! I mean it. Yeah, it shit its guts. I mean, it destroyed it. Yeah, this thing's got Caltrax ladder subframe connectors on it. I'm pretty sure. But if you stripping these cars down, any of the F bodies or anything, you need to take the lead out and put a piece in there and weld it up and weld it solid. Yeah, so like I said, this winter, he already told me, he said, look, man, I know you're busy, but go ahead and clean your schedule out. And I was like, what are we doing now? He's like, I want to put QA1 tubs in, and it's the whole kit. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, we're going to pull that rear end out, and we're going to do the whole kit. We're going to do everything. And I said, okay. He says, about $7,000 for the whole kit, and then we're going to do it. And I'm like, okay. So we'll just have to see what we get into when we do that. But eventually he wants to repaint the car, and he wants to go back silver like it is, and the stripes and little odd end things. But he don't want to repaint the car until everything that he wants to, all the stuff he's changing. So this car's actually evolved for a lot. This thing had some, he had some chip foose wheels on there, you know, the nostalgic chip foose wheels on there. We sold those. It had a 383 stroker in it at one time. With a 700R. The 383 stroker was all chromed out. I mean, it was like a jewelry box. You know what I'm saying? It was like a jewelry box. He drove it for a little while, just didn't like it, and it was carbureted. It was carbureted. He just didn't like it for whatever reason. He's like, let's sell it. I did a video on YouTube and Facebook, sold the engine in 2 days. Actually sold everything, the engine, transmission, drive shaft, the shifter. I mean, we sold it like in 2 days. Snatched it out. He built another engine. He put a 6.0 in it. Put a 6.0 in it with a 4L65 in it. Kept it for a little while. Just didn't want it. Just wasn't doing what he wanted it to do. Snatched it out. Put a 6.2 in there with a Whipple. He ordered a 6.2 with a Whipple. The day on the dyno, it shit its guts, and then they warranted it. He got his money back from that, and then he ordered the LSX 376 with the 2600 Whipple, and he just told me today he's ordered the new updated CVF front drive system to clean up the front drive system, and he said it ought to be here in the next little bit. This, and I don't know how to say it. Cars, what's the word I'm looking for? I like clients like this. I like clients like this. Are you just now joining us? You just now joining us, SS? What's the word I'm looking for? Cars in the cut. So this thing's went through like 4 engines like in the last year. It had a 383 stroker in it with a carburetor with a 700R. He didn't like that. We took that out. Then we put a 6.0 in it with a 4L85 or 4L80 in it. Didn't like that. Took that out. Put a 6.2 in it built. Didn't like that. Had a 6.0 built, put in there. Didn't like that. Then he got a 6.2. Put the 6.2 in there with a Magna supercharger on it. Put it on the dyno, it dropped oil pressure, shit its guts. He pulled that out. We did a warranty claim on that, and then he ordered a Brian Tooley LSX 376 turnkey with a Whipple on it and put it on there, and knock on wood, here we are. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so super, like I said, all my clients are great clients. I've worked on this car, done this car for, I mean, it's never done. You know what I'm saying? It's never done. It's never done. And he's always evolving. He's always changing. He's always changing. So, you know, this winter we're going to do wheel tubs. We're going to put QA1 wheel tubs in it. Even though it's already got QA1 suspension on it, we're going to redo the back suspension. I got to raise the front end of it up. I got to fix the window track. I did the lights. Did these are Dapper lights. Did all these lights, motion lights, and the matching tail lights. I'm gonna get around here so you can't see the. See the tail lights. Smoked out this. You got the tail lights. All right, you got all the carbon fiber. If this was my car, what would I change? Honestly, I mean, I give a lot of input on this car about stuff to change. I would fix, you know, I would clean up. I'd clean up the interior. I'd clean the interior up. You know, it's got 8-speed in it now, so I mean that's a lot of change. I'd change. It's got vintage air. We'd change all that. I would just update it. I would just update it a little bit. You know, just the seats has already been updated. I would fix, you know, some of this stuff in here. I'd fix the radio. Just minute things. I mean, there's not really a lot of stuff that I would fix. I really, I mean, it has evolved really, really, really nice. So, SS gang, are you driving or are you parked or what you doing? Or are you somewhere? It's not too late. I'll hit the switch. Frank Cooper said I'd change the wheels. Why would you change the wheels? Frank Cooper, why would you change the wheels? Why would you change the wheels? Huh? I'm just curious. What would you change about the wheels? It's silver and black, or silver and gray. You know, silver and gray. It's a this is like a light gunmetal gray. Oh, I'm a chrome man. Well, it is chrome. They are chrome. And this used to be chrome, but now they're color matched. I painted them to match the carbon fiber. So SS gang, you want me to? SS gang, you want me to hit the switch? I can't do a cold start because we already cranked it. We cranked it about 40 minutes ago. We're going to change all this front drive system. Yes, please start it up. All right, SS, where you want the camera at? SS, where you want the camera at? You want the camera outside or you want the camera inside? Where you want it? Tell me where you want it. Where you want it. Outside. So you want me to hold the camera while I'm sitting in the driver's seat? I want you to get the full experience, man. All right. So let me do this. Let me set my gimbal back up. So hold on, SS. Hold on. Let me set my gimbal back up. We'll put you on the outside. Put the camera by the exhaust rear of the car. You got it, boss man. If that's where you want it, my guy. Y'all hang tight. Hold on. All right, hold on. There we go. All right, so you want it right here, SS? Right there? Right there? We good? All right, here we go, SS. No pat pat. All right, so, well, if you know cars and money and what stuff costs, I'm not going to say that, but I will say this: the car is the car is not on sale, but it is for sale. He said he would take $150K for it. Before I do anything else to it. He did tell me that. He said if anybody ever wanted it, it'd take 150 bands to get it. So, yeah. I mean, if you know if you know wheels, brakes, it's got full QA1 suspension in it. This is a Brian Tooley LSX 376 engine with a 2600 Magnus supercharger or Whipple. If you know cars, you know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to break it down. True carbon fiber. I mean, there's a real carbon fiber. Those are Dapper lights. I mean, I got to raise the car up, so that's why it's here. This new engine has got it weighted down in the front, and it's too low in the front. It's rubbing, so he wants me to raise the car up. He ain't, the car's not on sale, but I mean, if somebody come up, 150 bands, he'd let it go. He's always wanted one. He bought one years ago. He bought this one, and here's where we're at right now. A few years later, here's where we're at. Yeah, so like I said, it's not on sale, but if somebody was interested in it, he has told me that 150K would get it. You can't build this car for 150K. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way you could build this car for 150. And somebody might drop it down in the comment and say, oh yeah, I can build it for 150K. And I'm going to say, go ahead and have at it. Have at it. So, yeah. So that's where it's at. So, I mean, you got 40,000. I mean, I do know this. You got $40,000 in an engine. I mean, there's at least 40K in the engine, at least. Last time I checked, it was like 40K just in the engine, not count. And the engine. This is a new engine. It's got less than. I mean, it's got less than probably 1,000 miles on it. Honestly, probably ain't even got that many on it. Hell, it's still probably got the break-in oil in it. Probably ain't no telling. So that's that. Hey, somebody who give me a gift? Somebody give me a gift, and I didn't even. Who done that? It's a 1970. It's a 1970 and a half or 71. It's 71 split bumper. Sounds like Megatron. Who give me a Ruby? Whoever give me a gift, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. It popped up that somebody give me a gift. I don't know who give it to me, but I appreciate it. I didn't see it. I guess I was reading. I was doing what I was doing. This car does not. This car does not get drove in no weather than sunshine. This thing, Kyle K, must be a joy to drive in the rain. This car does not get drove in the rain. It is not a trailer queen. It just don't get drove in the rain. If you're new to the channel, been on here for 52 minutes. Got a new engine in it, LSX 376, Brian Tooley turnkey, 6.2 or 376. And with a 2600, I think it's 2600 Magnus Whipple on it. There's a new CVF gear drive coming for the front. We're going to do a complete new QA1 rear suspension tub kit for the back. We're going to do that this winter. But right now, I got to raise the vehicle up. It's got double coilovers or double adjusted coilovers. I got to raise the front end up because now it's settled with the new engine in it, and it's a little heavier than the other engine. So I got to adjust the coilovers. I got to adjust the coilovers in the back and go from there. And then fix the window. He said the window won't roll down on the passenger side. He said he don't know what happened, so I'm gonna fix that. And then I gotta fix some little odd end things in the interior and try to make a trim panel for the shifter boot and go from there. So like I said, I gotta make a cover for the shifter. There's some little odd end things I gotta do. He's got some new seat belts ordered. We're gonna change the CVF drive on it whenever it gets here. I mean, hell, he was talking about putting nitrous on it today, and I was like, man, just stop, just stop. So I got to fix this window, and then some little odd end things here and there. But yeah, that's where we at on that. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I know I'm not turning wrenches right now, but I told you guys that was going to do a ride along on this thing this evening. But like I said, he got here too late. He was supposed to be here at 3, and he didn't get here till a little bit after 4. So we didn't drive it. He said he hears a noise, like a rubbing noise, and I think it's actually the wheels. I think that's what he hears. I think he hears the tire hitting the fender. I think that's what he hears. Because it's got a brand new 8-speed automatic in it right now, new drive shaft, all that stuff was replaced about maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and go from there. But yeah, so we're gonna raise up the front a little bit because this new engine is heavier than the other engine, so we're gonna pick up the front a little bit. This winter, if he keeps it, he's gonna get the QA1 suspension, or get the QA1 tub kit, suspension kit, hub to hub. I think that kit's like $7,000 for that kit in the back, and then we'll do that this winter, and then we'll go from there. But overall, we'll go from there. Yeah, so well, I'll tell you this. Last summer, now I know this for a fact because I seen it with my own 2 eyes. A guy came from out of state, and he was going to buy this car, right? And this is when it had the 6.2 in it, right? It had the 6.2 with the Whipple, right? And it had the 4L85 in it, right? Guy came from out of state. Now this is a fact. Now I seen this with my own eyes. Guy came from out of state to buy the car. And he had the car listed for $125,000. Guy showed up with 100 G's cash. 100 G's cash. And my guy told him, hey, hope he has a good trip home. He said, I'm not letting it go for 100 G's. He said, I'll let it sit in my garage. He said, 125 is what gets it. And the guy said, I got $100,000 right here, cash money. He's like, you wasted your time. You better go back home. So he kept it. Then the 6.2 that was in it, they went to the dyno to get it dynoed, and it dropped oil pressure, and it shit the guts on the 6.2. It was warranted. It was a warranty engine because he bought it. It was a crate engine. It was warranty. So they give him his money back, and then he said, you know, piss on it, I'm going to buy a Brian Tooley, because he already had a bad taste in his mouth from that company. I mean, it destroyed everything. There was nothing salvageable. I mean, it just shit the guts, everything from the Whipple all the way to the oil pan. It was junk. Because they had to send it back on a pallet, and it lost oil pressure, and it was all on the data recorder. I mean, it dropped oil pressure like that, and it shit its guts. So he said, piss on that. So he ordered LSX 376 from Brian Tooley, turnkey with the Whipple, and a new CVF front drive system, and then they put that in there, and that thing, and then he hated the four-speed automatic, so he put an 8-speed in there. So the same guy that did the 8-speed in this car is the same guy that's going to do the 700R for me. So this thing has an 8-speed automatic in it, and this thing, I've not rode in it yet with the new 8-speed in it, but they said, man, you can get on the interstate, run 85, 90 mile an hour, and ain't even turning no RPMs. So yeah, $150,000. That's what it'd take to get it. 150K. So 150K. Hey, Regal King. Hey, Regal King, you need to holler at me, man. You need to get my number, and you need to text me. And yeah, Regal. Regal King, you hear me? Regal King. Yeah, I removed that comment not because it was bad, because I don't want nobody to see it. I removed your comment because I didn't want nobody to see it. Get my number from somebody and holler at your boy. Holler at your boy. Holler at me. Holler at me. You know. So, yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think. Like I said, tomorrow, this is, I got to get everything set up, because I don't want to start the video and have to be juggling and looking for shit and doing this, whatever. So, tomorrow, we'll go live. When I say we, I'm talking about me and you. We'll go live tomorrow, and we'll start working on the car. And probably what we're going to do is I'll probably do all the measurements before I go live, so y'all don't have to get bored through that mess. So what I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to this is this car gets driven, but it don't get driven in the rain. I was picking on him when he brought it to me. I said, man, what's wrong with you, man? You got my car all dirty. And he's like, yeah, I know, man. Don't beat me up too bad. He's like, man, he's like this, that, whatever. And I said, you know what, man? I said, when I get done with it, I'm going to wash your car up. And he's like, nah, bro, you ain't got to do it. I said, no, I'm going to wash your car up, because that's what good business does. That's what me and SS Gang had a conversation about this. That's what good business does. Good business. I'm going to do all the work I'm supposed to do with it, and then I'm going to clean the car. I'm going to vacuum it out. Now, I ain't going to rub all the interior down with the damn Armor All and make it slicker than owl shit. I ain't going to do none of that crap, because I can't stand that shit. But I am going to clean it up. I'm going to wipe it down, get the car all nice and clean, clean the windows, clean everything, make it nice and clean. And then when it's ready to go, I say, hey, look, it's going to be pretty for the next 6 hours. You need to come get your car. And then let him come get it. But yeah, so that's what color is that? It's a switchback. It's switchback silver. It's switchback silver over G7. This is switchback silver. This is switchback silver over G7. That's what that color is. So it's switchback silver. And then this is a gunmetal gray. This is a gunmetal gray. I can't remember what code it is, but it's a gunmetal gray. But yeah, that's switchback silver. That's switchback silver over G7. And when I say When I say G7, this is what I'm talking about. So when I say ground coats, this is what I'm talking about. This is G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, and G7. Okay, when I say a color's over G4, that's what I'm talking about, G4. Ground coat 4, all right? If I say something's over G5, most of everything's over G5, right? Right there. And then you got G6, and then you got G7, right? So let me show you on the spray out. So let me show you on the spray out right here. So they don't use these no more. They use metal cards now, so they don't use these no more. But let me show you. Screenshot that. Screenshot what? That. Screenshot that. All right, so they don't make these spray out cards no more like this, because the reason why they don't make these, well, I mean, they do, but PPG don't use them no more. And the reason why is because paper does not reflect like plastic or metal, right? So now, like when I do a spray out, right? So this is called a spray out card, right? So this is called a spray out card. So a spray out card, one color matching comparison, blah, blah, blah. And so this right here is when I tell you need to write stuff down. So right here, so it says, is the color redder, violet, whiter, yellow, dirtier, vivid, flop, fluid tip, reducer, type of gun, air cap, is it orange, light green, aluminum fine, dark, aluminum coarse, blue, formula date, model, make, year, color, PPG system, code, whiskey alpha number, how many coats, how many pearl, how many solid base coat, how many metallics, how much clear, comments, and tint and adjustments, right? So it's not just, hey, let's go out here and paint something, right? So this right here represents that. But like I said, they don't use these cardboard stock. They use metal now, right? They use metal coupons. So this is G1, this is G2, and then they go straight to G5, right? And then they go straight to G7, right? So you got those 4 tones. So basically the way it works is you put this on a paint stick, you write everything on here, and then you go in here and you spray this, right? You put 1 coat of color, you put 2 coats of color, you put 3 coats of color, and then you look at it, right? And then after you put 3 coats on it, then you put, 2 good coats of clear on it, and then you would come up to the car and you would hold it up to the car like this. You would hold it up to the car like this to see if it matched, right? Like if it's where it's at and how many coats. And man, there's some, they call it let down panels or something like that. So when I do them little speed shapes, when I done the speed shape for OG6, that's how they are now. They're actually those little shapes instead of these, right? And you get those shapes in white, clear, and black. So these are called, so you can take a color like that orange that I made for OG6, it's sprayed over white. But if you spray it over gray, it's gonna be a different orange. If you spray it over this, it's gonna be different. If you spray it over that, it's gonna be different. That's the problem trying to match colors, is because people don't write down the ground coat. They just whatever and they have at it, and then you have a hard time trying to match it because you don't know what they did. Because when somebody takes their vehicle somewhere to get painted, they just want their car painted. They don't think about, 6 months from now or 5 years from now if the car has to get matched. Or so all you guys and ladies that's watching this channel and you taking your car somewhere and you're getting it painted like an old school, and you're getting your paint done, ask them ask them questions and either take pictures of what they're using and write it down, or give them a notebook and tell them to write it in the notebook. So you know on your car that the color of your car is Toyota Switchback Silver or Toyota Switchback Silver, and you sprayed it over G7, and you put 3 coats of silver over black, and then you put 3 coats of clear on it, and you sprayed it with an Awada 1.3 tip, and you use this reducer, and you done it in the summertime when it was 80 degrees. You need to get them to write all that stuff down. You need to write all that stuff down on a piece of paper, so in 6 months or a year, you have to go somewhere to get your car fixed. You can hand that to that shop, and if that shop was anything worth their weight in salt, they can get it pretty damn close. So that is a suggestion. That is a recommendation to everybody. So like, I know SS Gang is getting his car done by Double Up Customs, which is Fly. And I've seen Fly's work, and I'm pretty sure, I've never asked Fly, but I'm pretty sure Fly's probably got a notebook somewhere, somehow, that he writes down everything he does. So if he has to come back in 6 months or a year, he's got a good starting point to try to replicate what he did. Now, are you going to get it 100% right every time? Absolutely not, because the weather changes, the humidity changes, you change. You might have been feeling different that day. You might have been the happiest person of the day, or you might have been the most miserable person that day. I write everything down, how I was feeling, what I eat that morning, what I'm listening to. Sometimes when I come out in the paint booth, I might be listening to Beethoven. And then sometimes I might be coming out here listening to the damn Marky Mark and the damn Funky Bunch. Or sometimes I might be coming out here listening to Humpty Dance. Or hell, sometimes I might be coming out here listening to Five Finger Death Punch. Or sometimes I might come out here and listen to Pearl Jam. Or sometimes I might be coming out here listening to some damn Old Dirty Bastard. It never, it's always changing. You know, it's always changing. Or I might come out here and be listening to In This Moment. You know, it just, or AC/DC, or damn Ozzy Osbourne, or damn Kid Play. I mean, there ain't no telling. Nah, I don't be listening to Beyonce. But I listen to some Jay-Z. So it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. You know, hell, I might be listening to some damn Mozart one day. You never know where you're gonna be at each day. So you need to write it down. Yeah, I appreciate you coming, Savage CRX, but we just talked about that. I said that PPG don't use paper no more. They use metal spray outs because paper is obsolete because it don't reflect the light the way metal reflects light and the refraction better than paper because the way it is. But yep. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah. Oh yeah, so you got this thing called refraction of light, and that's why plastic bumpers. So when you go to a dealership right now, tomorrow, if anybody's out and about, go to a dealership and look at a brand new car and look at the front bumper, look at the back bumper, look at the mirrors, look at the spoiler, look at all the stuff that's not metal, and then look at the car. The bumpers, anything that's plastic is not going to be the same color as a car, brand new on the lot. And the reason why is because plastic and paper does not reflect light like metal does. And so does carbon fiber or fiberglass. Anything other than metal does not reflect light and prisms or flip or flop like it does. So that's why they got away from paper, because of that right there. You got your flop and you got your vivid and you got your dirty, right? Paper doesn't look, so that's the problem people had. That's the problem that people had. They would make it look right on paper, but then when they put it on the panel, it didn't look right on the panel because the panel reflects light different than paper and plastic. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it like this right here, you know, look, y'all look, see, this car has got a shit load of metallic in it because it's switchback silver. It has a shitload of metallic in it. Y'all see that? I mean a shitload of it, right? A shitload of it, right? A shitload of metallic. Well, I don't know what happened right there. Well, my lights didn't come on. Exactly. I had, look here, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I got ants that got in there. And I bet you I'm going to have to take that damn receptacle out and fix it. Yeah, SS gang. That's why the nose, so that's why the nose clip on G-bodies and everything. Yeah, because it's plastic. Yeah, plastic reflects light different than, plastic reflects light different than, plastic reflects light different than metal. Yeah, that's why when you look at something, it doesn't look the same because of the reflection of the light, how the light goes down and comes back. Yeah, man, I guess we're going to have to fix the damn receptacle tomorrow. That'd be the first thing of order of business, is fix the receptacle. Same chassis as the Firebird. Yeah, F-body. Yeah, F-body's a F-body. Yep, that's right, Detroit. F-body's a F-body. So, boys and girls, if you ain't got no more questions, I appreciate every single one of you. I don't know who dropped the gift. I never seen it. Whoever gave it, if you're still watching, I greatly appreciate it. I apologize that I didn't see it. There's 131 people on here. I'll do one more walk around on the vehicle. My side lights went out. I don't know why, but I'll do one more walk around. So tomorrow, what I'll do is, first I'm gonna fix my light because I gotta have my lights. I'll fix my light switch. Maybe it's just a bad light switch. And then we'll go from there. And then we're gonna do some measurements. We're gonna measure the car. Get measurements, get a reference point, and then we're gonna jack the car up and we're going to turn the coilovers on the front. We're gonna raise it up. I'm gonna look and see what coilovers are on here. I can't remember, it's been a while back. See what coilovers on there and then see how many rotations, how much I get. We wanna get this thing up at least 2 fingers. It's a little bit too tight. We wanna get it at least 2 fingers. And then once the front's done, we'll let it settle and then we'll do the back. He wants the car level. Right now it's sitting down in the back and it's also touching in the front. Okay, I appreciate that, Tony. Tulu, I appreciate that gift, buddy. I didn't see it. I apologize. I guess it got drowned out in the news feed, so I greatly appreciate it. So I appreciate everybody hitting the notification bell and the subscribe button. The goal is 7,000 by Saturday or Friday. I know we can do it. Today's Wednesday, so we'll just see what happens. We can do it together, but we'll do that. Now, I will tell you this. If I call the transmission shop in the morning at 7 o'clock and they're open, I'm going to haul ass to the transmission shop first to drop the transmission off for the Impala. So, and then when I get back, then we'll do a live on this, doing the suspension and going from there. So the next couple of days, we're going to be working on this Camaro. And then once we get all that done, we'll take the door panel off on the passenger side and see what's wrong with his window. And we'll go from there. And then after it's all said and done, we'll wash and clean this thing up, vacuum it out, and then we'll send it back home. And we'll go from there. Actually, it has a Whipple. It has a Whipple on it now. Savage CRX, it has a Whipple. You see that Savage CRX before we bounce? It has a Whipple. You good? All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, remember what I said? Hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be raising this thing up a little bit. I appreciate it, Tulu. Appreciate it, Tulu. Appreciate the gift, Tulu. I apologize I didn't see it pop through the news feed. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. And put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, 7 chicken grease, I'm out.